Hey, good morning. Hey, Dan. Dart for you. Yeah, Dart would be very proud of me. Yorkshire. There we go. Decent airline. Make-believe airline. Fictional airline, but yeah, a good one nonetheless. There we go. An EasyJet pushing back. So another nice little flight. It's not going to be very long, this one again, but like yesterday. Hey, good morning. Hey, Dan. Almost sort of spur of the moment, I suppose. Similar to yesterday, I was going to sort of plan. There was a plan to sort of stream yesterday or today. I had to say delivery of a parcel this morning, so I couldn't quite get on as quickly as I wanted. So this is going to be a relatively shortish flight again, but I'm going to make it a little bit more interesting. I'm going to sort of try and introduce a failure or failures, depending on what we get. Just to start looking at maybe a little bit of failure management of various things. Unfortunately, I can't share anything like QRH or FCOM details, not on the stream anyway, because that's effectively sort of company property, which obviously would be intellectual property, so I can't really sort of share that publicly, but obviously I can sort of go through what I know. Great airline, great tea. Yeah, if you look at, have I shared the thing? I don't think I've shared the plog. Let me just have a quick look. Can I share it? Yeah, right, that's shared. Yeah, if you look at the flight plan, I think you shall see somewhere. Does it say anywhere? Don't know. Don't think it says anything. Oh, I didn't put it in the remarks. We've got 2 tons of tea on board, so we've got 2 tons of cargo, which is then included in the payload. So yes, we've got a little bit of fuel on board. Sorry, a little bit of fuel. We got a bit of extra cargo with the tea. So yeah, it should be hopefully a relatively decent one. Keep me posted if it all starts collapsing in terms of the streams and doesn't work. Weather's not looking too bad. It's a fog starting to clear up. It was a bit more foggy than this in Amsterdam earlier today, and it's a little bit foggy and misty in Leeds as well. So it might be a bit interesting in Leeds if it doesn't clear up. Obviously, this time of year, this sort of weather's quite prevalent, really. It's quite common to see this sort of early morning fog due to obviously a lot of moisture in the air, you know, sort of very warm, moist air, you know, sort of leftovers from the summer, but it's getting cold, so obviously all this sort of warm, moist air starts condensing in the mornings. Anyway, let's have a quick blast and start doing all the other normal things. So, yeah, sort of almost a full setup today. So, obviously, yeah, battery voltages are good, so we'll turn those on. Let's come on. Probably before we should have done that, we should have checked things like landing gear and the rest of it. So that's all off. That's down. What else? There's a few other things, but there we go. That can come on. These can come on. That's off. Good. Those can come on. That can come on. That's all normal. These can come off for the time being. Turn that down a little bit. Fuel will come on. I should do a fire test in a second once we've got the fire warning computers booted up. I think that's going to be 6. That's on, that's on, that's on. FO can do what he wants. As always, guard is we on 2. Not that we ever use it, but there we go, guards on 2. I don't think we have controllers on at the minute. We've got London, Scotland. I don't think we've got London in the middle of London or middle of the UK. Oh, there we go. Flight warning computer's done. Smoke detection fault, yeah, that's quite common in case you can get in that. Right, let's have a quick go on these. So I've got to zoom out really to sort of see everything. Right, there we go, just about. So yeah, we do a sort of fire warning test. So what we want to do is we want to see all the lights light up over here. We want to see the master warning light up. We want to see the ECAM come up as well. And then with the engine fire test lights, we want to see the lights come up there. Airbus have removed the requirement to cancel the master warning, but I mean I'm still old school, I still do that. So when we press it and we get the master warning come off, I usually press this button here just to make sure it cancels and it works correctly. But there we go, there's all the lights, there's the ECAM, not that you can see it, and obviously I would press that to cancel it, and then again we do the same. So we got the 2 squibs, firelight, the ECAM, and we got the red firelight down there, and of course up here the same again. Yeah, that's done. That would be on. Oh, it is on. There we go. Good. So that's that done. We can do a oxygen test, which that needs to be on for that. And then we have interphone on. That goes an interphone. Now we turn the volume up, which it is. So that should stop. Yeah, when you press that, that should just come on once, and then that should blink and should close. Then you press these two together, which you can't, and then you just press it again. So yeah, that's not quite modelled exactly. When you press that once, it should just test and then stop. Then we can do the CVR test. Loudspeakers need to be off for that. That needs to be off. That needs to be off. Same that side. That's off. That's off. Parking brake needs to be on for this. The parking brake is on, and that needs to be on as well. And then we should just be able to press that, and it should just get a little tone. There we go, just like that. So just like that. Tommy Cooper. That go on. So that's that done. Let's have a look at setting up the jet. Extra mushy peas, yeah. Fish and chips, yeah. I don't know any mushy peas. I hate mushy peas. Are you providing the ferret down the trousers? Yeah. What, in Gordon Bennett class? Yeah. Right, there we go. Who are we? Yorkshire. I don't think I actually put this on the flight plan. My call sign, never mind. Who are we? 492, I think it is. Again, just a random made-up call sign. Doesn't really matter. What's the cost index? 48. There we go. Yeah, we don't miss about with Yorkshire. We burn the fuel. We go through fuel like we go through tea. 32422. 442 even. That's these are probably aligned. That looks about right. We're going to go off 2.4, I think. That's what the real world guys are mainly going off. That's the kind of direction we're going. We need a Bergy 3 November. Or 2 Sierra, I think it'd be in this case. So that's got 09. Yeah, we won't be doing that. 2 Sierra, come back to the charts. I mean, what's the arrival? 1314. Yeah, 144 we can do. Not actually too sure. Let's see if I can get my navigaph up. Because potentially, like what I was thinking yesterday, maybe an Autoland. But I think it's only an Autoland on one runway. Flights, imports, sim brief. That one there. So yes, it's Cat 2 and 3 on runway 32, but it's Cat 1 only on runway 14. Okay, well, we can amend that. We can change that when we need to en route. We got no star. We will do it from the Leeds. Yeah, that should do. Flight plan, runway 24, Bergy, super hot bed, Bounty, Leeds, Bradford. Good, perfect, that will do. Don't need that, don't need that. Where are we? Eham. Probably come back. I want it right if we need to come back in. Perfect, come back to fuel. I haven't done that yet. Init page 61.6 /30, usual. Where we go? Manchester's the alternate. That's about a ton. That's in. So we get import the winds. That will work. And we're cruising at 30,000 feet. Minus 47. Relatively warm. Don't know what the ground temperature is, not really too bothered. Right, fuel. So the plug fuel says we need about 4.8. Because it's a bit crap weather, I'm going to take a little bit more than that. We don't have much of an underload, but that's because of all the payload and everything. But I mean, we can actually take another 2 tons of fuel. So again, I might just round that up just because it's VATSIM. So I might just round that up to 6, 1.3. And then that way, when are we? We're actually landing weight limited 66 tons. So yeah, if I put another 1.3 on, that's going to be 65 tons. So that'll work. That'll keep us below max landing weight. So yeah, let's go 6. Probably a bit excessive, but yeah, it's not my fuel. Also think that Daniel should give me don't know, Matt's probably, yeah, go on, I'm going to say yes. Get the vegan sausage roll on board. Vegan, what is it with? I mean, to be fair, I don't actually mind the vegan ones. Right, that's back to normal. What else we're going to do? Charts. Charts would be quite useful, wouldn't they? Departure. Right, so I want... if somebody can find out the engine out procedures as well, that'd be quite useful. 3 Sierra, that's all I want. Stop altitude, yes, flight level 60, we've done that. I don't think it's NADP3, not that I can remember. Import U. I'll ignore the EOBT. I think I've brought it forward. Actually, what is the time? If it's, is it real time? Possibly not. Oh, there we go. 97 minutes. Oh, can I change that? Yeah, I think I've added. I went 12:30 local. Actually meant 11:30. That's what I wanted. Yeah, just me being crap. Oh, update. That's what I wanted. 37 minutes. Good. Airframe. Should we keep it old school? Yeah, let's have it an old school aircraft. Let's have one of those at least. Yeah, let's have one of those. Right, let's not have anything. Let's not have that. Let's not have that. Let's not have that. Brake fans, let's not have that. Yeah, there we go. So let's have AC Essential off as well. So that was always a good one. Before this came in, the AC Essential auto switch-ins. So we've got an AC Essential bus, which is this thing here. They've modded it now so that you lose power to the AC Essential bus via AC Bus 1, because it usually powers via AC Bus 1. The olden jets, if you lost power to that, you lost a load of things, but it wouldn't automatically switch over to AC Bus 2. Which was usually quite obvious because everything went blank and you'd get a fault light up in, where is it? There. So you would get the fault light come up on the AC Essential bus button, that thing. So it'd be quite obvious that this thing's broken. So we're going to turn that off. So if we lost power to the AC Essential bus today, we'd have to switch this on manually. Which all the nerd jets, they do that automatically, so it sort of saves itself quite quickly. But yeah, we'll have that off. Cabin, yeah, that. Let's have, yeah, the older jets didn't have a 1,000-foot call. Let's just have the usual in here. That'll do. I try and remember the 1,000 foot. That'll do. Yeah, so let's have a quick look at the weather. So Leeds, it's getting better, I think, during the day, but it's 800 metres now, 1,500 feet. Sorry, 1,500 metres, no change, rain and drizzle, fog. So yeah, potentially might be a bit crap. Alternate is Manchester, that's looking pretty good, all the nines. 6,000 metres to the northwest, showers in the vicinity, but that's generally Cat 1, so that'll be no problem going there. Right, so let's see if we can start boarding. Request fuel as well. So as usual, I'll be rattling through things. If I said something which doesn't make any sense or somebody asks a question, then obviously feel free to ask. Cheers, Gav. So Romney's 09, yeah, it's 2.4 on E, but I mean it would have been the same. Oh no, it'd be a bit similar. What's 2.4? Yeah, if I do have a question, obviously feel free to ask. What's the QNH here? What do we got? Ecam. Where are ya? 996. Do you want to get in config random? So yeah. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. Oh, twat. Bugger. Oh, well. I said I was going to do a failure anyway, didn't I? So I mean, we might put something in, I suppose. But yeah, I don't want to do that. Oops. We'll oh, fuel. What's it done? I might clear this because that's not what... fuel pump rights. Was it done? It's... fuel pump, not quite sure what it's done. It's failed. Yeah, it's filled that fuel pump. Right, I'm just going to clear that because that's not quite what I was intending to do. I wanted to do something. Can I just clear it? No. Oh, how'd you do it? I've forgotten. Failures. It's annoying because that's probably a no dispatch item, which is not much use to us. Right, let's get this. I can sort this out in a second. What did he say? 6 tons. There we go. Right, how do I get rid of this? Still got it. God's sake. Trying to clear it. Find the failure in the fuel page. So it's not in the failures list. Oh, no. Oh, God. Have to do maintenance to do it. Okay, fair enough, Mark. Let's just have a quick see if that fixes it. Oh, let's just see if they sort that out and fix it. Because I mean, I will do a failure. Just press the wrong button. I didn't really want to do that. Can I go with actually interesting? Let's just have a quick look. I don't think I can. I think that a failure in flight is probably a no-go item. Sorry, failure before we go. The fuel pump is probably a no-go before we even go anywhere. Fuel, what was it? Main fuel pump system. Wing tank pump. Yeah, there we go. Actually, well, no, it does say wing tank pump. Let's just put on a 320. Yeah, that'll do you. So JP4 jet. So yeah, it's Jet A we're using. So there we go. Repair interval C. Number installed 4. Number required 3. Placarded yes. One pump may be an option provided that JP4 jet B is not used, which it wouldn't be. First, the ops procedure. Turn the affected pump off, and that's it. So actually, to be fair, even if it doesn't fix, yeah, you can go. So not a major issue. But hopefully that will fix it anyway, and might better go with that. Right, so where are we being distracted with those things? Right, let's get back to this. So yeah, did we find out what the emergency was for 2.4? That means I'm actually rewriting the engine out procedure document. Not so much, I'm not rewriting the engine out procedures, I'm just adding a few airports that need to be included. There was a couple, so a Curry was one in Iceland, that's a new destination, Limoges, and amending the thrust reduction acceleration altitudes, depends who you fly with really, but my airline has reduced that to 800 feet. Alright, let's go, in fact, do I even need to do that? I tell you what, I might just stick to that, AM009, thank you Gav, that's what I might do. I might just leave the departure in. And then, where is it? Sugol, thank you. I knew it was something like that. Let's go Sugol there. Change you, EHAM. 18 right. Done. Good, that's back in. I haven't done the performance, don't really care about that too much. That's done, that's done. That's done. Performance we've got to come back to. So yeah, this would actually be lowered. I'll just keep that standard. I don't remember. What's the figures? Are they standard engine out figures, Gav? There you go. You must have the document in front of you. Must be pretty standard thrust acceleration and engine acceleration. I don't think there's any change on that because there's no real obstacles around Amsterdam. Fuel, we got loads of extra fuel, which is kind of what we want because it's relatively crap weather. That's, I suppose I could put it in, can I? And I remember the minimums for 1.8 right. I've got it here. I'd have to be lazy. 1.8 right, ILS, 187 feet. And what's the weather? I've literally got Navigraph in front of me, so I don't, you know, I am just being lazy. 995. Was it 995? Has it just gone down? 995, 10 degrees. Oh, engine anti-ice might be on then with this. 128. Transition level, that is quite low. It's not. It's 4,000, I think. Transition altitude. The transition altitude is 3,000 feet, but the flight level will be 4,000 feet. It always confuses me. They get this wrong. I think Phoenix is the labelling's wrong. Anyway, I digress. Yeah, it's all fine. Yeah, perfect. Yeah. No worries. Right, have they fixed this? No. Oh, well, I'll turn it off then, potentially. That's... No, that one. No. Oh, there you go. Well, it doesn't look like I actually fixed it. Okay, well, I'll tell you what, let's just go with it. So that would be off, that would be placarded, obviously. There'd be an op sticker on there. It'd be with dispatch in accordance with the MEL, so that'd be in the tech log, put on the status sheet. So, what's that, 2028? So there you go. If you do have a copy of the MEL in front of you, it should be 282101 Alpha. So that's a wing temp pump. So yeah, we can go with it. It should be placarded, but I can't put a sticker here, so just pretend there's a placard sticker in front of that. Right, let's get them on. Should we start getting passengers on as well? Request boarding. Ground services, let's get rid of you. So passengers, yeah, they're on their way. 6 tons, I think we got that, perfect. So those can come off, those can come off, those can come on. Is that on? No, it wasn't. There we go, light should be on. Let's get that going. That should be off. I think the maintenance can take like 10 minutes. Yeah, it's not quick, is it, Liana? Actually, no, I've seen it before, so it's not quick, but it's alright, we've got loads of time, we've got 25 minutes. But yeah, you see it's amber there on the fuel page, but that's okay. I'm not going to worry too much about it. As again, it's a relatively simple. This, in terms of like LOEs or when we do our sims, this would be very much considered like a sort of a level 1 failure, you know, one of the easy ones. So this wouldn't be a major issue at all. Right, load sheet is there. Let's have a quick look at this. This is a prelims. Obviously, this is going to include the extra fuel we're taking. So zero fuel weight is going to be 61.6, which is exactly what we got. That's good. It would be nice if they introduced LMCs with the final load sheet. 148. Zero fuel weight CG is 31.2. There we go. We've got 6 tons. So our takeoff weight is about 67.4. So yeah, we are above max anyway by a ton and a half. Extra fuel. We'll accept that. We'll just wait for the final to come. That's it. Alright, let's get this all on. So there's our flight plan. You should be able to see that. In fact, I should have pinned it, shouldn't I? Let me just pin it. Where is it? It's disappeared. There we go. Pin. Right, there you go. The flight plan should be pinned in the chat. I'm not going to go through this too much, really. Weather we've kind of discussed. It's a little bit misty, a little bit crap in Leeds. What we've got becoming... Yeah, well, to be fair, it's not really improving at all, actually. So, yeah, it's a good chance it's going to be crap when we get to Leeds, which is a shame. We're not going to see it. But as long as they've removed that 737 from the runway, I don't care. Takeoff alternate, we've got that. Technically, it's not really below minimums in the departure. But we've got a takeoff alternate if we need it. Manchester's not looking too bad. That's fine. We've got extra fuel anyway, so we've got Manchester, Birmingham, Newcastle, and Gatwick probably all up our sleeve. Schiphol, yeah, so 0855, that was earlier when this flight plan was generated, but it's improved a little bit, and obviously the weather's going to improve as well. No times, don't think there's too much in here. Bit of work in progress. I was here the other day actually. Cranes, taxiway Alpha is closed. Yeah, so this bit, because it's what I noticed the other day. Let's just try and find a ground chart to sort of highlight it. Which annoyingly, obviously, the sim doesn't really replicate. It doesn't have the work in progress. Yeah, Steve, that's it. Yeah, it's import. Come on. So let's have a quick look. Right, let's try and find a taxi chart. Seems there's so bloody many of them. Parking stands. Right, there we go. This is the good one that we need. This is the perfect one we need actually. So yeah, there's a little bit of work in progress between here. So this is all cordoned off. So as you can see, the taxiway lines say go this way round Bravo and that way round Alpha. So normally you'd come out here, go via Alpha, you just go around the one-way system all the way down to Sierra 7, Sierra 6, Sierra 5, one of these two. But yeah, there's actually a bit of work in progress here. So normally we'd go out Bravo and then maybe come back round like that. I don't know. I'm not too sure what we're going to do. If ATC are online, I'm sure they would tell us. But we'll probably just go over our Alpha, because even though it's there in the NOTAMs, it's not there in the sim. What else? So there you go, that's that NOTAM. Cranes, yeah, don't need cranes. It's not good for the share price. Some change in minimums. Cranes, sound cranes, lots of cranes. Yeah, fine. Leeds, couple of SIDs. Yeah, it's not affecting us. That's fine, that doesn't affect us. Missed approach, that's not going to affect us. 6 consecutive taxi lights. 6 consecutive taxiway centerline lights unserviceable. Wonder why that is. Alpha closed between west of holding points. Okay, so yeah, there's a couple of things there as well, potentially. Yeah, I'm sure Manchester would be fine. Cranes. Dual runway operations, potentially. Yeah. Good, so that's not too bad. That's why we're taking a bit of extra fuel. Still got the amber light and the fuel, so I wonder if they fixed it. Oh, actually, there's the fault lights. No, the fault light's still there. No, it's maybe maintenance haven't fixed it. That's fine. We've still got one fuel pump. Obviously, the major problem with that is if we lose the other fuel pump, then we're sort of into effectively what's known as gravity fuel feeding procedures. So yeah, that just that's important really, because there's a time limit for above 30,000 feet. Which, funny enough, we are flying at 30,000 feet. So yeah, we need to time that once we get there. And then there's like fuel sealing, they call it. Fuel sealing. Fat sim, don't replicate that. I did this and got yabbed out. Oh, did you? Oh. Okay, fair enough, Gav. Yeah, well, we won't do that. Right, that's done, that's done, that's done. I think we are all ready to go. Just waiting for the final load sheet, and then we should be good to go. I'll do single engine taxi. Or is it LVPs? Well, I suppose it's LVPs really, isn't it? It's quite low mist. I won't do single engine because of that. As I said, the taxi is relatively straightforward. 2 engine with pushback. We go out via probably the blue line Alpha, all the way around, and I shall probably work out Sierra 6 figures. Uh, 2-4. I think it's dry. Mist. Yeah, it's just dry. It's just mist. Go config 1. No. It is 10 degrees, isn't it? So I might have anti-ice on. Packs off. Takeoff weight. What do we say it's going to be? 67.4. No. 67.4 takeoff weight. It's going to be about 30%. It's usually about 30%. Sick the weather. 120. It's going to be a bit of a tailwind as well, potentially. That's fine. Let's go Sierra 5, 3205 meters. So quick look at that. Quick look at the charts. I'm doing this on my Navigraph app, not... God, there's so many charts. Far too many charts. Right, runway 24, Sierra 5 is 3,205 metres. Perfect, that's it. So as takeoff weight restriction, we're below that. That's not a problem. Put performance in 47, 47, 48. So and 49 degrees on the flex. Are there any speed constraints? Don't think so. Good, so 220's green dot, that's fine. So still waiting for the passengers. Looks like GSX has done the boarding anyway. Right, let's have a Unicom on 228. APU's there, put that on for a minute. Let's get rid of you.
Okay, thank you. Austin Flight 7, we are now at 180 knots. We'll maintain the standard ILS speeds for you.
Oh, we got Amsterdam grounds. Perfect. 21.805. There we go. At least they're going to tell us where we're going. On 21.805. Ah, bollocks. I'm going to need to write things down then. I can't just wing it. Right, I need a bit of paper. Oh. What can I write on? I can't write on a fiver, can I? That's not real cricket. Well, there's me. There it is. Pad. Right, who are we? Yorkshire. This is going to confuse them. They're not going to have a clue I am I? Where are we? Hotel 6, I think it is. Yeah. No, it's not going to work. Oh, there we go. Information alpha. So we've got 224, yeah, that's what we're expecting. 995, yeah. What was that at the bottom? Oh, it's with 2, yeah. Good. 995. Let the carnage begin. Open the comms with what? What do I love? Yeah. Captain Boycott speaking. My Yorkshire accent is not very good. Ground, very good morning. Yorkshire 492, Westan Hotel 6, got information now for a 320 requesting clearance to Leeds, please.
Yorkshire 492, hello, good morning. I don't have your flight plan.
Of course you don't, because I'm a useless muppet. I'll send that now, Yorkshire 492.
Yeah, I just don't receive your flight plan. You might try to resend it or otherwise reconnect.
No, so I've not sent it, because normally people do this for me, but I keep forgetting to do it myself. Cheers. Donut.
Schiphol ground, goedemiddag. KLM 427 at
right, there we go. That's
10.
it.
Request IVR clearance to Dubai. We have information Alpha.
47, goedemiddag. Alpha correct. Clear Dubai, Arnhem, Sierra, runway 24. Initial climb, flight level 60, squawk 3177.
Cleared Dubai, Arnhem 3 Sierra departure, runway 24. Initial climb, flight level 60, squawk 3177. KLM 427.
47, correct. Report ready.
Welcome 47.
And ground, Yorkshire 492, you should have it now. Cheers.
Yorkshire 492, yeah, I got it now, thank you. Check-in for Alpha, clear to Leeds, Burgundy to Sierra departure. Runway 24, initial climb flight level 60, squawk 7335.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. Cleared Leeds, Bergie 2 Sierra and runway 24, initially flight level 6 here and Squawk 7335, Yorkshire 492.
492, correct, report ready.
Welcome. Good, right, that's that done. What do you say, 7335? That's done, that's on me. Good, perfect. Right, I think we're just waiting for these slow bastards coming on. Yeah, not far to go. And a pilot common frequency of this sentence, right? Go on to. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. To be fair, my radio telephony is probably not
73 taxi, Sierra 7,
the most professional at times.
Sierra 7 going with 24, Delta 73.
Right, well, I think we're done, aren't we? I think we just checked.
For Juliet, 1H right,
Got
vacated.
that. God, it's really loud. That's a bit better. That's good.
Avia 15, Juliet, goedemiddag, welkom to Amsterdam. Taxi gate Delta 56 at Whiskey 13, crosswater center.
Right.
56 at Whiskey 13, cross 18 center, Transavia 14, Juliet.
Right, where's my checklist? Where's it gone? What have I done with it? What do I not need to be looking at now? Just getting it one. Checklist, right, the cockpit preparation, the aircraft acceptance is completed, fuel quantity we got just under 6 tonnes and it's balanced. Seatbelts are on, ADRSs, we have 3 in nav, barrel ref is QNH 995 hectopascal, so yeah, a little bit low.
Good evening, this is Transavia 660. Transavia 660, welcome. Taxi gate Charlie 14 at Whiskey 13, cross 18 center, and then via the south, so Delta and Bravo. Transavia.
Right, can't be funny to go. Number 3, 4 passengers.
Yeah, correct. You can follow KLM to the south, and your gate is Charlie 14. Gate 14. Avia 1 for Juliet, give away to the company, and front you will start taxiing to Whiskey 13.
Yep, we have the company inside, we'll give a front for Juliet.
Thank you. Scandinavia 48 Delta calling for push, correct?
Affirm 48 Delta.
We have 48 Delta information Alpha, QNH 995, push and start approved.
We have information Alpha, QNH 995, push and start approved, Canadian 48 Delta.
Someone's phone was going off.
Skip on traffic, good day. Skip on ground, good day.
He had a very thick Liverpool accent just to top it off.
47 hello, welcome, taxi gate Bravo 23 at Whiskey 13, cross
Yeah, I can't really do Liverpool accent.
Delta and Bravo.
I can't really do any accent, to be fair.
Sorry, that came in broken. We only understand Bravo 23 via Whiskey 13 for 24.7.
Yeah, correct. So Bravo 23 via the south, so that's Delta and Bravo at Whiskey 13 cross 18 center.
All is complete. Perfect.
Bravo 23.
So there we go. We worked out performance about 30%. It's 30.5 really. I mean, that's not going to make any difference at all. If we did that. Maybe a knot, if that. 47, 47, 48, 49.
I need you to start rolling now.
Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Right.
Dan die beter mij volgen naar
Just
de
the
gate.
final load sheet. That's all we need.
Yeah, that we can well.
Yeah, well, it's not the easiest to understand. You just sort of nod and agree.
Yeah, 660, hold position, follow the company, Transavia 737 from right to left.
Excuse me.
Avia 6610, did you copy?
Yeah, Transavia 6610, follow the company.
Yeah, you can follow the company Transavia.
It's what CNR 2 tons. There we go, 2 tons.
And then your gate will be Delta 5.
Yeah, I'm doing this.
Four,
I got told off the other day by a trainer for doing this. I'm doing it the old-fashioned way, because I am old-fashioned. You should be putting CNR in there, and then amending that if you need to with an updated alternate fuel figure based on the route and the winds. But I mean, the FMGC doesn't do that in Phoenix yet, so it's just easier to put it down there.
Gate Delta 10.
Delta 47, info Alpha, QNH 9905, push and start approved.
We have Alpha 9905, push and start approved. KLM 427.
Delta 73, nothing further, 1228, vaardig vlucht.
1228, vandaag, Delta 70. Ground, goedemiddag, Transavia 51903. Requesting half clearance to Paris Orly. Information Alpha received.
Right, got a few more minutes until we're due to go, so there's no real
593,
rush.
goedemiddag, info Alpha correct, clear to Paris.
God, he's really
Sierra
loud.
departure, runway 24, initial
It's
climb.
annoying the volume button
60,
doesn't actually work, I need to
1000.
turn him down.
Clear to Paris Orly, runway 24, Kuda 3 Sierra departure. Initial climb, flight level 60, squawk 1000. Transavia 5193.
Yeah, 593, repair correct, report fully ready.
It's better, just turn
Wilco,
it down in the
Transavia
headset.
5193.
Goedemiddag, Transavia 460 kilo, all Victor.
Goedemiddag, Transavia 460 kilo, welcome, Charlie 16, fire south, at Whiskey 13, cross, Wallet Center.
Oh, come on.
Charlie 16 by the south and Whiskey 13 crossing the center, Transavia 460 kilo.
Ah, there's a load sheet. Perfect. Don't know why that came through. Yeah, it's just a quick little look at the emergencies.
Goedemiddag, Transavia 6901. Stand Charlie, correction, stand Delta 16. Information
I haven't actually got the hold in, but basically just going to follow it and then go out to the hold over here and we'll just hold over Sugo on the emergencies, come back in on the right. That will be the plan.
Flight level 60, squawk 3173.
Arnhem 3 Sierra departure, runway 24.
Right, it's the final load sheet, so again 0 fuel weight 61.7, so that's well within limits, only 100 kilograms extra.
6901, correct, report fully ready.
0 fuel weight is 32, so again that's within 2%, so that's fine. Take off yet, 30.5, that's kind of what we expect. There we go, that's done, so accept that, and we are pretty much ready to go.
Canadian 48 Delta, yes, okay, so that will be holding point Sierra 4 via Alpha 4.
Sierra 4 via Alpha 4, Canadian 48 Delta, thank you.
I bet you say, is it I bet you say I all the time anyway.
Goedemiddag, Transavia
Aye,
10 Whiskey
aye.
3 gated, runway 18 right, Victor 3.
Goedemiddag, 10 Whiskey, welkom thuis. Taxi gate Charlie 9 via south, Whiskey 13, cross 1 at center.
Taxi Charlie 9 via south, Whiskey 13 crossing 18 center. Transavia 10 Whiskey, dankjewel voor de service.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Ground Yorkshire 492, stand hotel 6, ready push and start.
Yorkshire 492, info Alpha, QNH 995, push and start approved.
Thank you, KNH 995, got Alpha and push start approved. He's Yorkshire 492. Yo, nearly said the wrong call sign.
Canadian 48 Delta,
Right,
Sierra 4,
start.
traffic further, 1-2.8, goodbye.
Bypass pin inserted.
So parking brake is set, takeoff data is confirmed, windows are closed, PDs don't care, doors are closed and armed, and the beacon is on. So before start checks completes.
Avia 6610, your taxi on Bravo.
I is the first
Join
66,
taxiway
yeah.
Alpha to your right.
I flew with somebody that was from southern England and he was based up in Edinburgh and he was really English, but he was just saying I at the end of things and at the end of it, like every
Ground,
sentence.
KLM 427, request.
And it was like, yeah, you spent far too much time in Scotland.
KLM 427, taxi holding point Sierra 7, runway 24, via Alpha 8.
Via Alpha 8 to holding point Sierra 7, runway 24, KLM 427.
Just normal, that would do.
Release parking brakes, please. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Right, engine brake selector is ignition starts. And starting one. I mean, the ATIS doesn't say LVPs in process, but yeah, I don't know. Missed. Yeah. I could probably do single engine. It's not that bad.
Please set parking brakes. Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Good, one started. That looks nice and
Kilo 7,
stable.
nice traffic further, Manage Unicom 1 to 2
That's
decimal 8 tot ziens.
Over to Unicom, KLM 427, bedankt en tot ziens.
On.
Alright.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good
Done.
engine start. You can disconnect.
Unlocking gear.
Berlin 41 X-ray requesting push start.
In forward extra Info Alpha, Kilometer 995.
Pretty normal, so yeah, right hand tank pump, we know that.
Push
It's
start is
fine.
approved, KNH 9905, information Alpha, Berlin 41 X-ray.
Right, so we've got an ECAM fuel right tank pump, one low pressure. Well, we know that, we've turned it off. I don't think they fixed it. No, it's still there. So we've dispatched in accordance with the ML that. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to do an emergency cancel on that because we know that exists. So emergency cancel, that's fine. So it won't bother us anymore of anything else.
Tow track disconnected. Bypass been removed.
I think I've seen that, Willie. Yeah, no, I think I have seen that.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
It's funny because James McAvoy is actually he's quite articulate, isn't he? He does talk normally very, very well and very, very clearly, even for Scottish, but he just turns on that Scottish accent unbelievably, and you can't understand a word he says, which I do think is quite funny. I suppose being a thespian, you know, is one of his skills, isn't it? Right, there you go. Tug's buggered off and it's disappearing into a building. What the hell's he doing? Oh yeah, well, that was clever, wasn't it? Right, anyway, so there's no after start checks because just do single engine. Let's get taxi. Ground to Yorkshire 492 is ready for taxi.
Sure 492, taxi report Sierra 7, runway 24, via taxiway Alpha.
Thank you, Sierra 7, runway 24 via Alpha, Yorkshire 492. Right, so that's pretty simple, pretty much as we expect. Sort of through the one-way system, that work in progress isn't really going to take any effect. So just out via the blue line, then right on Alpha, and then we're going to go all the way down to Sierra 7, which is full length, which is good. I think as soon as we're on Alpha, we shall probably start the number 2. So taxi lights on, clear on the left, clear on the right.
Bravo 23 is occupied. Let's take Bravo 27.
Oh, Roger, Bravo 7, Auckland 47.
God, not that heavy. Right, brakes are checked. Same tug driver. Yeah, it's got Death Wish, I think. Yeah, it's a little bit uphill in real life, this, so it's not actually the easiest to go single engine, admittedly. And the bridge on this is a bit more of a hump. You can see sort of like the bridge there. Yeah, there's a bit more of a hump to it in real life. So all clear on the left, all clear on the right.
Abilene 41 X-ray requesting taxi.
41 X-ray, taxi Charlie Point Sierra 7, runway 24 via Alpha 5.
Via Alpha 5, taxiing Sierra 7, runway 24, Abilene 41 X-ray.
Yeah, sorry, Willie, when you single engine, do you need to correct the tiller? Yeah, you do. Yeah, just the rudder's usually easiest.
Left to right at Alpha
So obviously you get a little bit of thrust on the left-hand side, so sometimes you need a little bit of left rudder just to keep you central. But yeah, the rudder pedals control the neutral steering up to about 7-8 degrees, so you can just use the rudder to keep on the centre side. You don't really need to use the tiller. Right, anyway, let's get that off. Let's get that on. Let's go engine mode selector. That's back to ignition start. So yeah, all I'm doing, you can sort of see the rudders here. I'm just feathering the rudder pedal just to keep it straight. I've got pressure sign number 2.
Hello, Z67, Mike Tango, Alpha correct, clear to Luton, Falco to Sierra departure, runway 24, initial climb flight level 60, squawk 6262.
Clear Luton, Falco 3 Sierra departure, runway 24.
Yeah, this is the free scenery, it's not the fly temper scenery. I think the fly temper scenery is very, very good from what I've seen. But I think this scenery is also very, very good for free scenery, so...
Skipper ground KLM 1840 at Charlie 7. I'm turning around a plane.
It is, Willie, yeah. The rudder pedals are actually usually very, very effective at keeping you on the centre line. They're usually more than good enough for what you need to do. It's very rare you ever need the tiller.
Yeah, Charlie 5 is free, so that's okay.
Keep sort of central.
Hey, sir.
Right, 2 started, that looks good.
Disregard.
That's done. That can go back to normal. Or we were going to turn the anti-ice on, weren't we? There we go, that should both be on. That's done. That's done.
Fire Alpha 5 to Charlie 1.
Did I do that performance? I thought I did. Yeah.
Fire Alpha 5, Charlie 11.
Yeah, I did. Anti-ice is on. Good. Throw a fire engine. Never mind. Right.
W forward X-ray, there's nothing further. 1 to 2 decimal 8. Goodbye.
Just ignore that, didn't happen. Anti-ice is on. Ecam status is checked, just pack 2 and the fuel pump, which we know about. Pitch trim, about 30.5% is set. The rudder trim is neutral. The safety check completes. Right, quick flight control. Full up. 4 down. Neutral. 4 left. 4 right. Neutral. And I need to turn this ground vehicle things off, I think.
Hello, Alpha is correct. Clear to Athens, Randy 2 Sierra departure, runway 24, initial climb flight level 60, squawk 0141.
Right, 4 left rudder, 4 right rudder. They really need to sort this butter out.
Correct, report ready.
Yeah, so I can't move my rudders. It does the complete opposite of what it should do. Right, anyway, that's done. Let's get that on. That's all on me. Let's get that on. So even go around the corner, I can just use the rudder quite easily. So, PEDS, performance, yeah, we got full length, well, we got Sierra 5 figures, we're going full length by the looks of it. So, performance is all in hands, no LMCs. Engine departure was effectively standard straight ahead, then about 1600 feet right turn to Sugal. Departure, we have the Bergie 2 Sierra, which is in the box, and we're stopping, it's a flight level, which is flight level 60, and that is PEDS done. Taxi checks, flight controls are checked. FMA, sorry, flaps, sorry, config 1 plus F. FMA, climb out blue 152. Red unpredicted wind shear is on, doesn't work. ECAMO is just take off just the cabin. Do I need to press that? I think I do, don't I? So cabin 1 blue at the minute. And EFB's, yeah, it's on. Disconnected.
Yorkshire 492, there's nothing further, 122.8, cheers, bye bye.
Yeah, thanks very much. Now Unicorn 122.8, Yorkshire 492. So this should be Sarah 7 on the left, which is all clear this side. There we go. And the camo mode takeoff is no blues.
Support traffic Abilene 41 X-ray lining up and taking off runway 24.
Amsterdam traffic be lined up behind the Abilene runway 24. Amsterdam traffic. Right, about 3 minutes. I'm sure he's not going the same direction I am, being a German, so he's probably going to go to the left. I would assume. Was 321 as well. I can't wait for the Fenix 321s and 319s to come out. I think that's going to be really, really nice when they get those. Yeah. Right, so just start that for him. Strobes are on. Basically doing all that. Pack. Where is it? There it is. So approach should be clear. Shouldn't anybody be landed on runway 24. He's rolling. We'll give him a minute. Lineup checklist. Says cabin is secure for takeoff. Takeoff runway is runway 24 full length. Lineup only for the minute. CCAS is TARA and PAX 1 and 2. They are both off. Alright, so again, probably a bit of a tailwinds. Winds like 120, it's a tailwind takeoff technique. I'm sure there's a windsock somewhere to double check it. He says. Anyone see a windsock? No. That'd be one somewhere. Right, anyway, he's taken off. I'm sure he will be going left. He's had a minute for departure as well. Oops. Amsterdam traffic. Yorkshire 492 is departing runway 24 on the Bergie 2 Sierra departure. Right, let's go. Flex 49 SRS. Thrust is set. Large knots. Sense line tracking's good, isn't it? Jesus. B1 rotates. Pass a climb. Gear is up. On board, AP1. There you go, he's turning off to the left as expected. First climb. Set standard. Standard is set and cross checks flight level 60 blue. And we can go flat 0. And I think we can continue climbing up as well. Was it 30,000 feet, was it? Let's just keep going. So let's open climb, flat wheel 300 blue. Let's disarm, gear is up, and let's get the lights off. Still a little bit of miss, might just keep the anti-ice on for a minute. It was 14 degrees. Yeah, probably come off for a second. Anti-ice is off. Take off stereo chat time. Exactly, Steve, yeah. If you can't self-debrief when you're doing a crap job, then, you know, what can you do? Yeah, definitely sort of low-level mist around in Amsterdam. This is a lot worse this morning. It was the RVRs were down to sort of 250, 300 metres, I think. Obviously, it sort of burns off during the day, as it does most times of the day. Sort of this time of year, you know, you get sort of early morning low fog and mist, but then it usually gets a little bit better. Unless you go to Leeds, in which case it might just be awful all year round, and you're all day round. Has it got any better? In fact, let's have a quick look. Meter. 900 meters still, 1500 meters no change. So yeah, quite potentially temperatures and dew points 9 as well. So quite possibly that would be enforcing LVPs. 120. So yeah, a bit of a tailwind. I mean, you can do an auto land with a tailwind. There is obviously a limit to that. I think it's 10 knots. I think on the CO. It sort of generally depends on the varies between the airframe. But yeah, you could do an auto land with that. Should be full cover by the time. Oh, are they on? Are they? ATC on? Cool. Is it usually have packs off into budget? It is it depends on the airline, Simon. My airline has packs off departures as SOPs, but other airlines won't. You know, some legacy airlines, I think Lufthansa, maybe BA. It does very much depend on the airline. So some airlines will have packs on departure. I'm sure the Middle Eastern carriers, I bet they have the packs on. It just sort of saves a bit of engine wear because it doesn't need quite as much thrust to take off. So saves a little bit of fuel, saves engine wear. You know, for the sake of a minute or so that you're taking off. You know, you don't really need the air conditioning on. Occasionally you can fly in really hot places which you might need it, but yeah, it is quite rare. 10 knot tail, yeah, cheers Gav. Again, it depends on, because the sharklets have slightly different limits. So that's the other thing. What am I looking at? It's document. Probably just be easy on here. So yeah, the CO without sharklets. Where's me zoom? There it is. So all engines. So yeah, 30, 20, 10. That's without the sharklets. With the sharklets, it depends if you're doing rollout or not, which we would be. It's 30, 15, 10. So yeah, with rollouts, you could go up to. You could only go up to 20 knots. Or you could go up to 20 without the sharklets. So yeah, the sharklets are a bit more restrictive if you're doing, you know, sort of Cat 3 with a decision, without decision height. So yeah. Good question. Do you deadhead much? Is that usually in the cabin? I mean, if I'm positioning, yeah, if you're positioning, you generally get a passenger seat. Only if it's. I didn't release the crew, did I? Oops. Yes, only if the cabin's for you. I mean, because obviously you work for the airline, as long as you're flying with that airline, position with that airline. Don't have the sharklets, no, we don't go. Then yes, if you got a full cabin, then you could sit on the jump seat, because obviously you're crew and you have an ID, and you know you obviously have every right to be there because you know you work for the airline flying the aircraft. But normally you just sit in the back in the cabin. Yeah. If you deadhead with other airlines, I don't think I've ever done it, to be honest. Well, no, I tell a lie. I have done that, but not recently. But again, you just generally sit in the back. I do remember I flew with another airline once in my uniform, and you know, it's quite obvious that I was a pilot because it was in my uniform. And I think I was going down to Malaga or something, and I felt a bit peeved. I was a bit irritated because I was kind of expecting to get a free coffee, which is very arrogant of me to say that. But you know, I was positioning. I'm obviously crew. You know, I think maybe a bit of professional courtesy. Just the cabin crew would have just given me a free coffee. It was like a 4-hour flight. It was a long old way I was going. And I said, "Oh, is there any chance for like a coffee or anything?" They went, "Oh yeah, it's £4, please." And I was like, No, I'll just have some water. Oh, I'll be £3 then, please. I was like, oh, fuck it then, give me some water. But I didn't get anything. It's just like miserable bastards. I won't tell you what airline it was, but and it wasn't Ryanair. There you go. It wasn't them. So it was somebody else. But yeah, miserable bastards didn't even give me a bloody free drink. So there we go. Right, well, there we go. That's all nice and easy from now on, isn't it? Just fly to Leeds and land in Leeds. I was going to do a failure, wasn't I? I'm going to do a so I won't do it yet, but so the manual ones, yes, that's still on for the fuel thing. So it's going to be a random, isn't it? And let's put that back on. Let's just store that as default. Do you just press random? I think you do, don't you? I think then it just triggers a failure. It should do. There's nothing. Yeah, I mean that's manually triggering failures, which I don't really want to do. Yeah. Try to turn the engines off. First, it's it's just the guy in the US. Christ. Yeah, so he was flying. They were on an Embraer when they won. Is it 175, 185, something like that? I can't quite remember. Yeah, and there's obviously fire handles up here, which is the difference to the airline, difference to the Airbus. And yeah, we tried to pull him. Like, for fuck's sake. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. I mean, obviously I can't discuss anything security-wise, but oh, what have you done? Yeah, that's pretty shocking. I gobsmacked really, but I mean he'd be in prison for the rest of his life. He won't ever get out of jail for that. As they said, I think they've charged him with, was it 83 counts of attempted murder? Just yeah, just bonkers, absolute bonkers. Yeah, there we go. This is the world we live in, isn't it? Unfortunately, you know, mental health affects everybody nowadays. And how do you intervene? How do you prevent it from happening? How do you prevent something before anything like that's happened? I don't know if you can. I'm not too sure. You know, you have to rely on people being open and honest about mental health, which I think most people probably aren't. Certainly not if they have those sort of thoughts. Very sad. It's a very, very sad world we live in. Right, anyway, that's done. That's all done. 30,000 feet, that's fine. Performance, we shall leave that for the time being. So yeah, it's a good possibility we might be setting up for an auto land, which is good because that's kind of what we were setting up for yesterday. Didn't happen. Loads of extra fuel as expected. Secondary just a copy now as well. 160. Oh Christ. Oh, is that London? Oh yeah, they are. 33705. Oh, this is who I was speaking to yesterday, wasn't it?
Control, Easy 39 Hotel Yankee with you at flight level 370, inbound Delta Charlie Sierra.
Easy 39 Hotel Yankee London.
Okay, you can't get into detail, but Sue mentioned something for level. Yes, basically there is something like that. That's all I can really say. But yeah,
District 1 Gold for
there are threat levels.
5015 for Easy 39 Hotel Yankee.
Easy 18 Kilo Alpha, descend flight level 150.
Descend flight level 150, Easy 18 Kilo Alpha.
London Control, Yorkshire 492, climbing flight level 300, and we are direct to Amgod.
Yorkshire 4549, I see London Control of Roger.
No squawk. Alright, whatever. What airline am I flying for? I'm flying for Yorkshire Airlines. Flight simmer. There we go. Doing us proud in the north.
4582, report your indicated airspeed.
We are just below 320, 318 knots, 0.620.
Easy 452, roger, speed 300 knots or less.
300 or less, easy 452.
Right, so have a quick look at the ILS 14. I don't think we're going to be doing that. Ground charts.
Easy 4282, make the speed 290.
So we're going to land, we're going to taxi off, and we're going to park. That's the brief for that bit. From a stand from there to there, probably.
4582, 290 or less.
There's no arrivals. And there's an arrival page.
Lufthansa 52 Hotel London, thank you.
There you go. Effectively, you go to Leeds. Which I guess goals. I guess that's probably on the flight plan, isn't it? I would imagine. There we go.
There's just 2 other aircraft in
Goals, Batley, Leeds. That's
I
fine.
might be able to speak up shortly. It's just as the gap opens.
And then one of these.
Yeah, no worries. 84.
Suppose we could have the normal approach for 3-2. Just in case it clears up, then we can do that if they give us that one. Yeah, flight simulator, I don't answer that. Do Yorkshire, I don't ask.
Ryanair 421 Romeo, descend to altitude 2,000 feet.
That's 2,000 feet, Ryanair 421 Romeo.
Any ideas, please, what the ADRS switching fault is, please? Do you mean, have you done something down here? Have you done something with the air data or something? Have you got switching panel ECAM? Is that what you've had? ADRS's switching is probably air data. So maybe that's just on the captain or the FO. Maybe that's what you've done.
DG4582, turn left heading 150 degrees.
Left 150, DG4582.
Flight simulator is just an anonymity purposes. That's the only reason. Obviously I do this for fun. Obviously I do fly in real life, but I don't transpose this into my real life and vice versa. So I leave my working life very, very private because that is my working life and that is my occupation. And I don't want to bring my employer into this at all because this is just a bit of fun. So yeah, effectively that's the reasons. This is just fun for me to have a little bit of entertainment purposes for everybody else and teach a few things, this, that and the other, but obviously I don't need to bring my employer into social media. So that's what it is. This is just a very separate thing to my working life.
London, good afternoon, Ryanair 5239 at 4,500.
Ryanair 5239.
Yeah, well, it's just a social media policy. That's what it is. You know, I'm not ready to identify myself.
Now, flight level 110.
110, Ryanair.
Something's stopping me from doing this, but obviously I have to do this on my own sort of free time and keep it separate from work. Really, that's all. I think as long as I do that, and I don't bring them into it, then they shouldn't have any problems whatsoever. Right, it's 1,000 to go, so not long, it's only about, what's that, yeah, 15 odd minutes until we start the descent. Let's go medium order brake, I think. I'll go low, no, low should be okay. We've done everything else. That's done. Right. What I'm tempted...
Easy 4582, report the heading to London 132.605, bye-bye.
132.605, DG482, thank you.
Ryanair 2.
Yeah, that's it, Gav. Yeah,
Romeo,
my briefs
right,
are pretty simple. Well, I mean, to be fair, I mean, you know, our briefs at work have changed a little bit. You know, we brief smartly, shall I say, where you just sort of brief threats. So you don't have to go through the whole shebang, you just brief what is probably a person. So we look at you. I'm sure someone will recognise me. I mean, not that I'd ever admit to anything, but there we go. Right, should we have a quick look at this failure again? Is it worth messaging the controller just in case it's a mayday? Right.
Ryanair 5239,
So-
climb flight level
No, not that
190.
one. Right, so that's how we go.
190 Ryanair 5239.
Has it done anything? Probably not. Okay. Yeah, well, that was boring.
Easy 18 Kilo Alpha, back to ILS 23 right, turn right heading 055.
Right, turn 055 and back to ILS 23 right, even 1 Kilo Alpha.
Right, there's a little bit of clouds. What's the temperature? Temperature's good, -50, so there's no need for anti-ice.
Ryanair 421 Romeo, turn
Right, yeah, so in
heading
terms of brief's going to be pretty
303,
straightforward. Probably going to do an
turn
ILS into
runway
14 or 32 if the weather remains the same. Which, let's have a look. What we got? 2,000 meters. There we go. So it's not actually too bad. It's still Cat 1. Broken. So it's just on Cat 1 really. Broken at 300, 300 feet above minimums really. So yeah, Cat 1 is definitely probably the first choice. And then obviously if we can't get visual, then we may have to set up for an auto land onto 3-2. So let's just plan that. So we've got runway 14, that's fine. It's got the procedure in there, I think. We're probably going to be radar vectored anyway.
ED 287 London, cleared Liverpool, Nancy 2 Tango departure, school 0315.
Clear Nancy.
So yeah, it's got the procedure for the Leeds VOR, but probably be radar vectored, I imagine.
ED 287 correct.
And set up for that. So let's have a quick look at the minimums. Approach.
Ryanair 5239, I climb flight level 280.
So 874 is the minimum. Can't be 4 because it's relatively short. 4 and lower brakes should be fine. Weather. What we got?
1439, I London.
120 at 6. 9 degrees. It's not quite updated yet.
18 Kilo Alpha, turn right heading 065.
Yeah, the weather's not quite updated, but QNH is 990, I think.
Right, turn 065, descend level 70, EV 1 Kilo Alpha.
Ryanair 421 Romeo, runway 27, clear to land, the surface winds
9 degrees, that one, yeah, so...
I've got my 27 cleared to land, Ryanair 421.
It's Cat 1, so we'll have a look at the Cat 1 approach.
London control
we got a plan, we got a plan up the sleeve, and that doesn't work.
3-0.
48 Bravo Mike London, Roger, Squawk 7613, Dixit 1 Golf arrival for Gatwick.
7613 and Disu 1 Golf arrival Fiji 48 Bravo Mike.
Trust me, Flight Simmer, when you're working for an employer, you will get it. Because you can't afford to lose your job.
Easy 48 Bravo Mike 3. Can you repeat that squawk code for me? Is it 7013?
It's not so much for your benefit, it's for ours. Just to reiterate that. It's not, I'm not,
Easy 48 Bravo Mike.
I wouldn't say anything because of, I'm worried you're going to look for me or do anything sinister, which I'm sure you're not, but it's not that. That's not the point. It's not so that the information isn't disclosed for you. It's that it's for our own protection that I wouldn't want to say something or jeopardize my employment or bring my company that I work for into disrepute. So I'm effectively protecting my employer and my job. So that's kind of why it's there, really. It's not so much for the other party. So yeah, but I mean, don't worry about it. It doesn't really matter anyway. It's irrelevant, kind of who I work for, and it's of no real great importance because it doesn't really mean anything in this world anyway. I sound like EasyJet pilots, to be completely honest. I'm sure most pilots probably would say exactly the same thing. But yeah, don't worry about it.
Your Gap 49, I see London.
Sorry, yeah, go for it. Yeah, Yorkshire 492.
Yorkshire 492, very sorry. The winds at Leeds are currently 120 at 6. Would you like 32 or 14?
Yeah, we're just looking at weather for that. RVRs, or visibility in the minute, I think the latest is 2,000 metres, so we're okay for Cat 1 at the minute, so 1-4 is probably fine. We can have a look at it, and then obviously if we don't get in, we'd just replan and maybe look at the auto land on 3-2, but 1-4 is fine for the minute, Yorkshire 492.
Yorkshire 492, roger.
Right, so at least he knows what. It's good he actually asked me what my sort of intentions were, and I've effectively told him. I don't know where this failure's gone. I don't know what's happened with that. Maybe there'll be a failure later, but I thought I triggered something.
Right now, 5239, climb flight level 360.
Okay.
Oh, 360, thanks, Rhino 5239.
Rhino 421 Romeo on Alpha, Liverpool.
Oh, we can see everything's working.
Romeo, welcome to Liverpool, taxi stand 8 via Whiskey.
Stand 8 via Whiskey, thanks.
So obviously the fuel pump's still there, but it's all balanced. We've used 2, we've got 4, that's 6. That adds up. APU.
Flight level 380 for 48 Mike.
That's
Bravo
fine.
Mike.
That's fine.
48 Bravo Mike, I'm gonna need you on an odd level down to Gatwick. Can you descend
That's all
flight
good.
level 370?
370 is fine. 348 Bravo Mike.
Easy 18 Kilo Alpha, descend to altitude 3,500 feet, QNH 989 hectopascals.
Then 3,500 on 988.
Right, were there any constraints?
989.
Easy 1 Kilo Alpha. Control, good afternoon, Jack 37 Hotel units on level 360.
Some say, yeah, 4,000 be nice and safe. Goals, bolt, backlead.
37 Hotel uniform.
So I think as long as we're sort of being the airfield at about 5,000 feet, 5,000 or 6,000 feet, it should be fine. We've kind of done this. Probably expecting radar vectors, not the procedure. I mean, they could give it to us. It's in there for me to.
Hotel Yankee, London, just looking
this
off
approach
the
is
other
quite
London,
straightforward.
just
Straight
looking
ahead,
off, you can continue on Unicom
2,000, and then a right hand turn climbing to 3,000. So 3,000 is missed approach. That's fine.
On the control code,
minimums we've put in. RVRs are good, got full license of 550 metres. Should have decent lighting there, and yeah, as I said, we'll probably be landing. May get off at Delta. If we don't get off at Delta, it'll just be a right hand turn. Or even turn on the runway, to be fair, it's nice and wide. And then go off Delta and then up into the stands. There was some NOTAM somewhere. Have a quick look. Where's my flight plan? Taxi Alpha closed between west of holding point Bravo and Alpha 1. Bravo.
London, Easy 287, ready for push back start.
Easy 287, push and start approved, face east.
Push and start approved, face east, Easy 287.
Somewhere around here.
Kilo Alpha, turn right heading
somewhere around here, I think, maybe.
0 degrees.
That shouldn't affect
right
us.
turn 140, Easy 18 Kilo Alpha.
But Thai electrician who now flies with no qualifications. Stupid. But you don't have to be smart to do this, does it? I mean, it does it all for you. It's great.
Fenix 37.
That's not to encourage people to work hard at school. Of course.
Flight level 350.
10 level 350, Fenix 37.
Speed error at Leeds Bravo. That should be fine. About 220 knots over top of the beacon. That's fine. Missed approach. Yeah.
Easy 18 Kilo Alpha. Turn right heading.
There he is. Missed approach 2000. Right turn back to Leeds
right.
Bradford. I haven't got a route into Manchester. Sorry, I have got a route in. There is a route in because it automatically puts it in, doesn't it?
492 when ready. Descend flight level 180.
When ready, descend flight level 180. Yorkshire 492. Oh, there's a good, interesting thing. 3.5. 180. So what we got? Flight level 180 blue, so another 5 minutes. Yeah, so I didn't actually spot that, which is probably worthwhile talking about. So approach angle, 3.5, so it's a steeper approach as well. So yeah, definitely flat full for that, just to make sure we're nice and stable. What's the pappies? Pappies are there, but they are set to They're set to 3.5 as well. There we go. Yeah, so it wouldn't be an auto land with a 3.5 degree glide slope, but it's 3 degrees on runway 32. So yeah, this would normally be a 3 degree. That's fine. So yeah, a little bit steeper as well on runway 14. Which I almost forgot to mention, but in terms of how I'm going to fly it, probably definitely be probably 160 knots, gear down, flap 2 by the time we get top of drop. If we go down to 3,000 feet, so probably configure a little bit earlier and flap 3 and flap 4 just after that.
Easy 18 Kilo Alpha, contact Manchester
Well, I've never actually
Tower,
turned off the crew oxygen supply.
So 18625, easy 18 Kilo Alpha, bye.
Well, you wouldn't be able to get your oxygen. Basically, it wouldn't work. Shall we discuss anabatic and catabatic winds? Oh God, Steve, no, please. No, I'd rather not. Where is it? I did go somewhere recently and it was discussing that. It was somewhere on... I think it was Pula. I think that was discussing the catabatic winds or something. It's definitely somewhere, isn't it, from the Alps?
Scandinavian 1-1.
It's definitely a threat in some of these places down the Adriatic, I think.
Lisbo 1 Mike arrival into Manchester.
Lisbo 1 Mike arrival into Manchester Port. Scandinavian 1-5.
Yeah, Leon, I mean, it's a good point. It's not so much, you don't have to be smart so much, you just have to know what you're doing, and you have to know the rules. I mean, that's one of the biggest things, especially being, like, you know, captains especially. You know, you need to know what's legal. You know, you need to know what you can do. You know, I did an approach, you know, the other week where
Good afternoon, easy 85.
we're on approach, and I think the approach controller said the visibility was 500 metres, and we were doing a Cat 1 approach because we were expecting a normal Cat 1 approach. So, you know, somebody's just told you the visibility is below the minimum you're allowed to do the approach at, but we were visual runway, so, you know, knowing what you can do in those sort of situations, whether you've got to go around, whether you've got to whether you can continue, knowing what the RVRs you need on the ground to be able to legally continue the approach, you know, things like that. That's the sort of, that's kind of where, you know, you start elevating yourself away from just, you know, normal pilots, recreational pilots, then
Quebec, no
maybe some sort of professional pilots. So yeah, it's things like that which just being, you know, knowing what to do pretty much when the time comes. Right, there's a hold over Leeds, and that is, it's at the NDB, isn't it, by the looks of it? Yeah, so what's that? 402. I might put that in just in case. I'm going to go right after the missed approach. Let's put it in. There we go. India Lima Bravo Fox 10.9. That is the ILS. DME is co-located with that as well. It's good. Procedural turn is max 185 knots. Yeah, would be below that if we were doing it. So you're about 60 miles. Let's just start going down, I think. We're going to get radar vectors. So first hold at 0%, flag 180 blue. Because we'll probably get picked off, I'd imagine.
Hello, listening to 5 Charlie Papa, climbing out of 2000.
We probably need about 90 odd miles to go. It's obviously that's probably going to be around that.
Climb now for 190, listen to 5 Charlie Papa.
London is 287 ready to taxi runway 27.
Easy 287 taxi holding point Alpha 1 runway 27 via Alpha.
Holding point Alpha 1 via Alpha, easy 287.
I'm guessing I did that failure correctly. I don't want to do another one just in case I end up making life really hard work, but is it just you just press the random button and it should just pop up, I guess? Can I get you in private, please? Yeah, you can do. Is my Email, not in my channel, I think it is. I'm just off the video now, just have a quick look. I think my email, is it? Bounce. No, it isn't.
EG48 Bravo Mike. Unicom 122.8. Bye bye.
Unicom 122.8. EG48 Bravo Mike. Bye bye.
I mean, are you on Gav's Discord, Peter?
Right now, 143.
On EasyJet Sim Pilot Discord. Because if you are, just message me there. That's the easiest thing to do.
122.8
EGNM 1814.
Yorkshire 492, descend flight level 130.
Descend flight level 130, Yorkshire 492. That's flight 130 blue. What was it? 990? I've already forgotten. Yeah, that triggers failure. All bets are off on what you get. Okay. So I've probably done something, but yeah. Yeah, Robin. Well, I did a pretty decent job the other day in Liverpool yesterday, but I mean, there's no guarantee it's going to be as good today. And of course, if the Fly Live Studios doesn't work, that doesn't help. Yeah, it seems to be working. Banner's working, isn't it? So yeah.
Challenge 37 has the uniform. Sorry, I thought I said before, it's the Pole Hill 1 November arrival.
Yeah, it's. I mean, you know, I comment quite regularly, Peter, so I'm sure you'll be able to find me in. You know, look at the A320 help section because I'm always generally putting something on there, so you should be able to find me quite easily on that one. Right, well, that's what I've got to do. That's all done. Fuel's still the same. Didn't really look at the en routes, but I know most weather's fine. We looked at that background. Oh, that should have been on below. Oops, forgot. Too busy chatting. Let's display. Gav usually has a display go black when he does that. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, he loses the FO's ND or something, doesn't he? Which is the most, you know, unimportant screen probably of the DCDUs. No, they're still on. It's not that. Everything else works. It's probably a light, isn't it? I bet one of the lights on the wingtips isn't working. No, the red one's there. Green one's there.
492, descent flight level 90.
Descent flight level 90, Yorkshire 492. Right, flight level 90, blue. Update the weather, see if there's any improvement. It's still the same. What was that, 50? So we're due another one in a couple of minutes actually. 20 past.
Ryanair 5239, I know February TC Unicom 122.8. Bye bye.
Ryanair 5239, 122.8, thanks.
Easy 85 Mike Tango, when ready, descend flight level 290.
We're ready to descend flight level 290, Easy 85 Mike Tango.
Nope. That is
492 vectors ILS runway 14, fly heading 295.
Thank you. Vectors for the ILS runway 14 and it's heading 295 Yorkshire 492.
London easy 287 Alpha 1.
Easy 287.
You say 295 or 2? I can't even remember.
Surface winds 160 degrees 6 knots.
Yeah, what was that airfield?
Clear for takeoff. Thank you. Easy 287.
London Control, mission.
That looks familiar. I don't know.
Inbound Lamso.
Is that Doncaster? I think that's Doncaster, isn't it?
Station calling the course then only.
Michigan Air.
Michigan Air 064 London, thank you, squawk 3542.
3542 to Michigan Air 064.
Right, 250 selected, bridge phase activated. You did a request. Okay, no worries, Peter. Yeah, I'll look at that a bit later. Once I get a chance to. I can't promise it'll be in the next hour or two, but I'll try and get a response in by the end of the day. Right, let's strap them in. During all flights, do you get to spend a lot of time just looking outside in general? Probably more time than I should, on it. Yeah, you do. I mean, once you're in the cruise, there isn't really an awful lot to do, and it depends what you're doing. If you're pilot monitoring, obviously there's things to do because you've got weathers to get. You're on the radios a lot as well, checking in with different people. The cabin crew checking with us quite regularly as well, so that's usually quite good. They come in and say hello, give us a cup of tea, a cup of coffee, give us the food. So yeah, it's still quite busy most of the times. The later flights, that sort of fly at night, they're a little bit quieter. Why is there a 250?
5 Charlie Papa, no further ATC, Unicom 122.8, bye-bye.
I think it's just a historic thing, Dan. It's just there's a scientific reason behind it as well. It's 500 to go. The faster you go, the more energy things have it if you hit them. So the slower you are, the less damage you're likely to do to the aircraft. But there's probably a noise thing there as well, speed out start. So yeah, it's probably just to keep the noise down a little bit below 10,000 feet. And this probably goes back to the olden days with, the old sort of comets and VC-10s and stuff. That were obviously a lot noisier. So it looks like we might be going down right downwind to do this. So what I will do is I might go 318, is that right? That sounds good.
Station calling London Squawk Mode Charlie, please.
So let's extend the centre line. Oh, I did have a squawk.
85 Mike Tango West is off.
Is that a squawk in Amsterdam?
Bye-bye.
Early Unicom, Easy 85 Mike Tango, thanks, have a good.
Yorkshire 492, descend flight level 70.
Descend flight level 70, Yorkshire 492. Right, get it coming down, anti-ice can come on. So yeah, about 7,000 being the airfield, that'll probably just about work. A lot safer, you want to go loose energy going. No, it's, yeah.
Scandinavian 1145, when ready, descend flight level 290.
When ready, descend to 290 for Scandinavian.
Has that new weather come through yet? Should be 20 past. No, it's still 50, give it another couple of minutes. Should get the 20 past soon.
8320, you can continue on Unicom 122, Malay, bye-bye.
Always landing lights on under 10 because on the takeoff you did them. Yeah, I mean that's there's no.
Yorkshire 492, descent to altitude 3,500 feet, QNH 9090 hectopascals.
Descend 3,500 feet on the QNH 9090 hectopascals, Yorkshire 492. Right, set the QNH. QNH is cross-checked. Oh, hang on, should be 990, shouldn't it? QNH now is cross-checked in preset and the crew, so 3,500 blue. And the approach checks, Barra F is QNH 990, seatbelts are on, minimums are Barra 874 feet set, auto brake is low, EFBs are on. Yeah, it's not a hard and fast rule of when they have to be on. They suggest to be on below 10,000 feet to help the visibility.
Flight level 110, be vectors for the ILS 07 at Newcastle.
You really want them before base. Oh yeah, Pete, that's a very good point as well. Yeah, that's a very, very good point, actually. Yeah, I didn't think about that, but yeah, that makes sense from an ATC point of view. Keep it coming down a little bit more. 3,500. So 3,000 is the platform, but we've got 3,500 feet. Probably as an ATC.
Yorkshire 492, turn right heading 320 degrees.
Right turn 320 degrees, Yorkshire 492. Yeah, not much to see. Typical Yorkshire Leeds weather, I think this. Yeah, you can see it's quite hazy down there. It is quite hazy underneath the clouds. Misty. Alright, let's just arrest this rate of descent a little bit. Let's go manage speeds. Come on, meter, update. Come on, where's the 20 past? 1,000 to go.
Hotel uniform, fly heading 010 degrees, descend flight level 80.
Heading 010, descent to level 80, Fenix A320, hotel uniform.
Yeah, it's not a good point, Pisa. Right, let's get the landing lights on. If I can click them on.
Scandinavian 1145, descend flight level 200.
I'm going to turn these on, just one less thing to look
and
above.
Flight level 200 to Scandinavian 1145.
Yorkshire 492, turn right heading 045.
Right turn 045, Yorkshire 492. Right, let's go flat one. Sweet jet flat one. Right, state of space automatic popped up because we got a failure, but we've cancelled that, so there's no change, so we can clear the state of space.
Good afternoon, this is Ryanair 6 Papa Tango.
Now start.
Yorkshire 492, continue the right turn heading heading 105. When established, localise the runway 14, descend on the glide path.
Continue right hand turn heading 105 when established on the localised descend with the glide, Yorkshire 492. Right, that's looking pretty good, so we can arm that. That's on, that's on. So that's looking good. Glide slope block blue, cat 3 2 AP 1 and 2.
Station calling, I'm afraid I don't cover East Midlands. You can continue on Unicom 122 Malay.
Okay, continue Unicom 128, thanks.
Temperatures, yeah, it's 10 degrees once the ice is still on.
London Control, good day. This is Ryanair 6 Papa Tango.
Yorkshire 492, descend to altitude 2,500 feet, further with the glide.
I need to send 2,500 feet further the glide, Yorkshire 492. Good, that's useful because we were getting a little bit. There we go, glide slope lock star. Let's go flat 2. What was the missed approach? 3,000, wasn't it? 3,000 is for missed approach.
Ryanair 6 Papa Tango.
Radio altimeters are live.
Ryanair 6 Papa Tango, London Control, thank you. Squawk 5660, digit 1 Golf arrival for Gatwick.
Squad 5660, 6 Papa Tango.
Fenix 37 Hotel uniform, turn left heading 295, descends to altitude 3,500 feet, QNH 991 hectopascals.
Left wing 295, descend 3,500 feet, QNH 991, Fenix 37 Hotel uniform.
Yorkshire 492, runway 14, clear to land, the surface winds 120 degrees at 6 knots.
Clear land, runway 14, Yorkshire 492. Flat 3.
Good evening, France 11 Papa Mike 5000.
France 11 Papa Mike, London Control, thank you. Climb out level 190.
190, France 11.
Chanex 155, London.
VLS 135, that looks good. Speed looks good.
London, thank you. Climb now, flight level 190.
That's about 1,000. Landing checks. Cabin is secure for landing. Go around altitude 3,000 feet safe. Come on now, landing in. Right, just waiting for the lights. They should be coming. Ooh.
Oscar Echo Echo Charlie Sierra London, thank you. Squawk 7506.
That was big. Lovely weather. Right, I'm visual. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm visual. I can see the lights, which is fine.
Air France 11 Papa Mike, fly heading 180 degrees.
Heading 180 degrees.
Yeah, disconnecting.
100 above. 200.
Ryanair 6 Papa Tango, climb flight level 280.
100. Flight slow. 40. 30.
Ryanair 6 Papa Tango, climb flight level 280.
5.
Sorry, sir, 250?
Negative 280.
Spoilers.
280, 6 Papa Tango.
First green.
Turn 37 uniform, turn right heading 360 degrees.
Right heading 360, turn 37.
70 knots.
Turn 37 hotel uniform, continue the right turn heading 030
that's not
degrees.
brilliant centre line, but that'll do.
2,000 feet.
For the right heading 030, descend 2,000 feet to Chennai, 37 hotel uniform.
Turn 37 hotel uniform, cleared ILS runway 07.
Cleared ILS 07, Chennai, 37 hotel uniform.
Well, I've got no idea what the failure was. It was supposed to be in a failure, but there wasn't. I'll have to do something on a longer stream, maybe.
Scandinavian 1145, request further descent.
Scandinavian 1145, descend flight level 90.
Hey Lemon, how you doing?
90 for Scandinavian 1145.
Right, I'll leave the lights. Get you going.
Yorkshire 492, backtrack runway 14, vacate Delta, taxi stand 16.
Thanks so much. Backtracking runway 14 and then vacate Delta stand 16. Yorkshire 492, thanks for the service. Right, so that was pretty much as expected.
The wind's 120 degrees, 5 knots.
So we're going to vacate on Delta up here. 16 is just on the right here. It's okay.
Air France 11 Papa Mike, resume navigation direct Whiskey Oscar Delta.
Say again for the direct, Air France 11 Papa Mike?
Whiskey Oscar Delta.
Air France 11 Papa Mike, once again I didn't continue, sorry.
It's obviously quite uphill this bit.
Direct.
Yeah, okay, we'll do, Gav, yeah.
Ryanair 770 Golf, descending, currently passing flight level 330.
Oh, high brake temperature.
Channel 155, contact London 132.605, bye-bye.
Is that my failure?
Contact London 132.6, Channel 155.
Air France 11 Papa Mike, contact London 132.605, bye-bye.
Hopefully not, no, definitely not, Christian.
London Control, good afternoon, 792.561, tell me 1 Mike arrival for Manchester.
Was there a sticky brake? I don't think there was. Well, I'll have a look in a second. Right, that's done.
Ryanair 770 Golf, descending, passing flight level 320.
Ryanair 770 Golf, hey firm, I just called you. Kill me 1 Mike arrival, walk 5661.
Right, I think I've done all my bits. Temperature, yeah, still use anti-ice.
I'm sorry, my apologies, you was talked over, so I didn't quite hear you. Squawk 5661, please can you repeat the arrival?
So where is it? 16.
Yeah,
it was 16 left or right. I don't think it's going to make much difference. It's going to be one of them.
Ryanair 770 Golf, the kill me 1 Mike arrival from Manchester, squawk 5661.
Oh, I don't have. Oh, there.
Subject control.
There you go. Should we get 15? Should we cheat? Jet to.
Sea station at Speedbird 1604 London, thank you.
It's got
Climb out
dark.
flight level 190.
So I think 15 is going to be pretty much straight in here. Keep an eye on it.
And I believe that was EC79 Quebec, Mike London, thank you. District 1 Golf arrival for Gatwick.
District 1 Golf, EC79 Quebec, Mike.
Oh, there you go. Slightly high temperature on the left. But
$370.
It's nothing really, is it?
370, 6 Papa.
Ryanair 770 Golf, descend flight level 250.
Right, APU's available. Taxi can go off. Cumulative pressure looks like it's in the green.
Ryanair 770 Golf, descend flight level 250.
Descend flight level 250, Ryanair 770 Golf.
Oh well,
37 Hotel Uniform, welcome to Newcastle. Taxi
it was a very, very simple failure, wasn't it? That, I mean, the fuel one, I suppose, that was quite interesting on the ground. It just showed us we could actually dispatch of it, which was good. And then, next time I can start doing what Gav starts doing and start introducing failures a bit more, I suppose. Because eventually I get something juicy like he's getting. Right, so is this 15?
Good afternoon, ED25 Yankee Tango.
I can't see if there's a marshal. I think that's it, because we've got all... Yeah, it must be it.
ED25 Yankee Tango, London, thank you. Squawk 2736 West.
I don't know which line I'm supposed to be on. If in doubt, go for the longest one.
We're on Bravo 2736.
Or if in doubt, go in the middle.
Ryanair 770 Golf, descend flight level 170.
Descend flight level 170, Ryanair 770 Golf.
See you later, Gav. It's in a bit. Yeah, it was boring. Sorry, mate. Very boring, wasn't it? Got no marshal or nothing. Yeah.
Other control, hello again, Ryanair 8 Lima, stand at 8 at Liverpool 738 with Charlie.
What sort of GSX profile is this? This is useless.
Ryanair 8 Lima, London, you cleared Dublin, Wallasey 2 Tango departure, runway 27, squawk 7014.
Go to Dublin, Wallasey 2 Tango.
No, that would do, I think.
014 on the squawk for Ryanair 8 Lima.
It's on a line, more or less, and it's within a bay, so yeah, that'll do. I'm not going to get too fussy over it. Parking brake is on. It's indicated good. We've had the 3 minutes, and the AP was there.
Michigan 064, flight heading 300 degrees.
Heading 300 degrees.
Yeah, I mean that's not a high brake temperature. I would have expected that to be twice as high as that after that landing. I really would have done. Right, belts can go off. Beacon can go off. Technically, we turn the belts off once they've been disarmed, but I think we need to turn the beacon off in the sim. There you go. I think you need to turn the beacon off before they disarm the slides.
Scandinavian 114.
Right, let's just silence you. I could have done a replay, I forgot to do that. Yeah, so that's done and that's done. That can come on. We've got the external power. That's on. FO would be doing their bits, which is... Oh god, now I'm bloody thinking. That should be checked. Yeah, something like that. Anti-ice can come off as well. There we go. Yeah, so that was it. High brake temperatures. It wasn't high brake temperatures. That's probably half as high as probably what it should be. Have you tried the shade cache deletes instructors? Just A. What for, Christian? Is something not right? I mean, this is the Orbeck scenery. I don't think there's anything wrong with the Orbeck scenery. But on a tangent, do people remember when I was saying I was having texture problems and like there was texture peering through the payware scenery that I'd had? Well, that seems to have been resolved. I don't know what it was. I updated the NVIDIA drivers and that seems to have fixed, which is nice. So yeah, at least that's a bit better. Well, that's quite nice. Oh, that's quite an atmospheric shot, isn't it? There you go. Maybe we can use that for the picture for the stream. Oh, got my back. I suppose we can actually disembark people as well. Yeah, there we go. That was another nice little quick stream. That was quite straightforward. So getting in was fine. So obviously the fog was forecast, but I didn't actually really get it in the end. It was no real major problems, and we made that approach onto runway 14 in Cat 1 conditions. So yeah, it was no real biggie. Interestingly enough, has the updated weather come through? It probably has. D-board, yeah. So I should get the 20 past weather. There we go. 1,400 meters. So there we go. So yeah, it's still above Cat 1, but it did reduce a little bit. It was 2,000, so it has been going up and down. So QNH has dropped as well. So yeah, it was an interesting one. It's interesting that ATC did ask us what sort of approach we wanted to do, and I said, well, it's above Cat 1, so we can take runway 14, and that's what we did. And we were visual. We were well visual before MDA. Or DA, should I say, for an INS, and we were visual, the approach lighting system, everything. And we took the autopilot out and we landed, as you normally would. Had that started dropping to 800-900 meters, LVPs quite possibly would have been in force, and then we would have had a look at doing an auto land on the other runway. But that was fine. That worked. There was no issues there whatsoever, apart from there's no marshaller. I might have to look at that. I might have to update the GSX profile and start adding marshallers to these places because they're obviously not there. But yeah, there we go. That was another nice, quick, easy stream. Hope that was relatively enjoyable. Not really much to talk about. Thought it was going to be a bit more interesting with the failures, but you wanted a solution a few weeks ago, get rid of possible stutters. Oh, okay. Was it stutters? Yeah, I've not really had stutters recently. The stutters were there when the version 2 came out, didn't it? And it was... we had like the little whiteboards and a few other things, but it all seems to resolve itself. I don't know what it is, whether NVIDIA drivers updates has probably helped that. But no, actually, I'm pleased to say that this version of the Fenix has been behaving pretty well over the last couple of weeks. So yeah, it's been pretty good. Anyway, there we go. So yeah, that was the little flight we did from Amsterdam to Leeds, which was a lot less interesting than maybe what I was originally thinking it was going to be. But what am I looking at? Oh, there you go. That's it. What's the company message? Probably some delay. Oh, arrival message. An arrival message. Yeah, there we go. It's interesting. Never get that in real life. But yeah, there we go. That's that. Left the jet like I found it. I'm going to go home. Wow, mate. But yeah, can we have your birthday? Yeah, do you want my sort code and bank details as well, Willie? There's not much in it, sadly, but yeah. No worries, buddy. There we go. Have a good day, guys. I'm going back to work tomorrow, effectively. So yeah, a couple of days off. Might have a couple of days off next week, potentially, if the missus doesn't rope me to do too much stuff. You know what the wife's like. Probably want me to do something. If not, I do have a bit more time off over November, so I'm hoping November's going to be a little bit freer for me. I am updating the thrust reduction acceleration altitude document, which those of you that know what that is, I am updating that. I'm sort of about halfway through, trying to add a few more airports that were probably worth adding, and adjusting a few other things. So yeah, there we go. Enjoy, guys. Have fun. I'm going to get some lunch and make sure my dog's still alive. He should be. He's probably asleep, bless him. After having a good run around this morning, and I shall see you all later. Was it Friday tomorrow? Yeah, I probably won't get on tomorrow, sadly. But I can probably... Well, I've got things to do. But there we go. Have a good day, guys. See you later. Enjoy the rest of the day. Enjoy the weekend. Stay safe. And have a lovely day wherever you are. Cheerio.